rough run through of the Stones classic Monkey Man from Let It Bleed, which is what we're going to be looking at today. I'm going to be showing you everything I just did, as well as some variations. There is some controversy over how this was recorded in terms of whether Keith used a capo or not. I'm going to cover that. I'm going to be mainly relying on what Keith does live now, because again, the answer to the question of how to play Monkey Man should be WWKD, right? What would Keith do? And if you look at I believe it's a Madison Square Garden performance where they have the Select a Stone feature. If you YouTube Keith Richards' Monkey Man, you'll see from that performance the isolation camera just on Keith. So that's what I'm kind of basing this off of, as well as what I hear from the original recordings. On Monkey Man, Keith did play all the guitar, both the signature licks that I'm showing you today as well as the slide. So it starts up here at the 9th fret. You're barring what essentially is a C sharp minor chord on those first 3 strings, and then you place your pinky at the 12th fret 2nd string, and then you're just going to walk down on the 2nd string. It's very simple. So what you're really focusing more in this lick is the right hand. If you watch the live performances by the Stones, Keith is very loose, right? He's off script, right? He's completely off script. He's playing whatever he feels like playing. And that includes both the right and the left hand. On the record, he starts that first one like that. And then the second time it's third time's like the second one. And then when you come down to the C sharp minor actually lick, he just hits it twice hard with a little bit of a kind of stutter step. So again, kind of like that. Play around with it, listen to the record, play along with the record. Alright, so after the spooky intro lick, you come to the signature lick, the main lick, which is played here at the 6th fret. And whether you decide to use a capo or not on this song, again, Keith does not use a capo live, but if you do decide to, it will not affect how you play the signature lick or any of these licks, because you're barring. Just like up here we barred, at the 6th fret you're going to bar. You're going to use those 2 notes only on the 5th string, so that's at the 7th and 8th fret. What would that chord be if you think of your A shape? It's a C sharp chord, right? And up here we were dealing with C sharp minor. So if you go from C to C sharp, that's essentially you're barring sort of a C sharp chord there. And typically he's walking into it, as I just showed you, but after playing the intro riff, he just slides into 8th fret, and then again bar, sliding into 8 or walking into 8 from 7 on the 5th string, barring 4, 3, 2 on the 6th fret, playing the classic Keith 1 to 4 lick that he plays in every song, virtually, that he's ever written. This is part of every Keith Richards signature lick. Go to all my other lessons, you'll see it. And it's basically, again, a 1 to 4. So if you were in the first position, you can visualize it more easily. You're going from an A chord to a D chord. You're playing on the 2nd string 1 fret up, on the 4th string 2 frets up from your bar. So up here you're going from a C sharp to a F sharp. playing the pinky at the 9th fret 3rd string. Some of the other lessons don't keep the 4th string fretted there. That's wrong. Keith clearly, again in that live clip, has his ring finger still anchored when he adds the pinky here at the 9th fret 3rd string. So it's a dissonant lick, right? That's very dissonant, and it goes with the tone of menace that is throughout this song, right? It has the most demented lyrics, I would argue, of virtually any Stones song, including I Hope We're Not Too Messianic or A Trifle Too Satanic. So it's got that weird, ominous dissonance. Okay, so virtually the whole signature lick throughout the verses is and then when it goes to the E, this is where the controversy over the capo comes in. Again, Keith does not use a capo live. He comes down to the 1st position and plays your standard 1st position E chord, and then he riffs off it. He goes up and down the neck, including all the way up here to where I played it, which is what it sounds like to me on the album and what some other people here on YouTube have argued for. So again, it's your A shape of an E chord up here at the 7th and 9th fret. Keith often doesn't do the full bar. He just plays, he lives on those 4-3-2 strings. So if you bar 4-3-2 on an E chord there at the 9th fret, and then just do some hammer-ons and pull-offs of a sus4 and a sus2. The sus4 is 1 fret up on the 2nd string, the sus4 is the 2 frets up on the 3rd string, so 10th fret and 11th fret. So the people that use a capo will come up to the 2nd fret, put a capo so that they can play that E chord here as a D shape of an E chord. And then if you bar it, you can do your pull-offs there. Again, that's not my way, but I want to show you in case you want to do it that way, you can. All right? So, again, during the verses, then you come down to an A, a B, so really the only tricky lick in the whole song, I noticed Keith doesn't really do as much live, but in the recording, on the original recording, when he comes back to the signature lick, in the 2nd verse, he goes, so just practice that over and over again. It's a little tricky. So it's just that same form, but playing it with a little different rhythm and then coming back to that. He also does that at the place where I pretty much stop playing along, and then he does this. Just hammering on those 2 fingers that I showed you a little while ago, and doing a little bit of a different feel with the right hand. So the only other lick I need to show you is during the little instrumental break that comes after that part I stopped at, is there's just an EBA thing with the sus4, and it's sort of like, and then that's when Mick yells, "I'm a monkey." And it comes back to that. So if you master this piece right here, the rest of it is pretty straightforward. All right, hope you enjoyed that one today. Again, play along with the original and rock out. Take care, and thanks for joining me.